Hey guys, Kalila here, and welcome to the KopyKali Knitting Podcast, number 15. Oh, so awesome. Every time I say the number, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's been this long. I guess it's not that long, but it feels long to me. Anyway, hello, welcome. I am so excited for this video because, as you can tell from the title, I'm having my first tester call. Oh my gosh, I'm filming this Thursday, October 12th, and today for you guys is October 13th on a Friday, which is my official tester call for my first ever design called the Never Sweater. The origin of that name is I said I would never ever design knitwear and patterns, like make patterns, and obviously that has changed. Okay, so I have made my first ever design, the Never Sweater. It is a very oversized sweater. It has 20 to 24 inches of positive ease. This one that I'm wearing has 21 inches, or what is that, like 51 centimeters, something like that, 52 centimeters of positive ease. This is what it looks like. So this is my bust, and this is how much fabric I have. And the sleeves fall over the hands like that. It is done with 2x2 ribbing on the cuffs, the body, the neckline, and also the design feature I did is a 6-stitch raglan for this sweater. So this is, oh, also it is, let me stand on my chair a little bit. Don't stand on swivel chairs, guys. But it goes over my butt like that. So very oversized sweater. I think people, when people hear 20 to 24 inches of positive ease, so it scales upward. So as the sizes get bigger, the last 5 sizes have the up to 24 inches of positive ease, and the first 5 sizes have up to 22 inches of positive ease, depending on what size you choose, of course, but that's just the recommended ease that I have. You can obviously choose the size you want for the ease that you want, because 8 inches of positive ease is still a lot, 11 inches, so you do not have to get the recommended 20 to 24 inches of positive ease. You can choose whatever size you want to get the fit that you want.
Hey.
Hello.
I need a battery.
Guys, this is Kahila right now.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm trying to film too.
What are you doing? Oh yeah, your knitting chat.
Y'all.
Guys, Kahila's gonna have a knitting chat.
You're gonna want to tune in.
You're gonna want to tune in. When are you posting it?
On Saturday.
Saturday, October 14th. Tune in to Handmade with Kay for a nice knitting chat that you will want to hear about.
Yes.
Okay? You will want to hear about it.
Yes, you will.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. Toodles. So those are the features of the sweater. But like I said, when signing up, you can just get the size, pick the size that you want to get the ease that you want. If you want all the ease, you know, pick the size that's recommended for you. And that's about it. So the sizing, let me actually, where's my phone? I don't have my phone on me? Hello? Okay. Watch, do your thing. Hold on. Okay. Watch, do your thing. Oh. There it is. Okay. So, let me pull up my pattern so I can tell you. Actually, I could put up my Instagram post. Oh, I'm going to put up pictures of myself in it. I have been wearing this sweater like every single day. Okay, not every single day. Like every other day. Okay, I wore it all day yesterday to a business function, and it was so cozy. I will tell you what I use and everything, but let me tell you the size range for the sweater. So the finished bust circumference for the sweater starts at 130 centimeters and goes up to 200 centimeters, and that's 51.5 inches to 79 inches. So that is the range for the sweater, and it's knit on 4mm needles. The cuffs and everything, the edging is knit on 3.5 millimeter needles, and the recommended ease is 50 to 60 centimeters or 20 to 24 inches. Then you can find the yarn weights and the yarn everything in the tester form. Okay, so that is the sizing for this sweater. I wanted it to be this big of a range mainly because I want to have a huge range. Okay, it's always going to go up to 79 inches or 200 centimeters. This has 10 sizes, but even when I make things that has less ease, I'm just going to have more sizes. If I need to go up to 20 sizes to get to the range of 79 inches or 200 centimeters, I will. And because I want to be able to like get as many people as possible to be able to fit the sweater. You know, like I want as many people as possible to be able to knit the sweater. Yeah. So that is the size range. I knit this on 4 millimeter needles with 2 strands of Woolly Knit. So the 4-ply British wool by Woolly Knit. I use 2 cones. I have, this is the amount of yarn I have left here. It probably looks like a little bit, but this is 230 grams left and this is 181 grams left. So there's a lot of yarn still left over. There's enough yarn here to make a sweater if you paired it with mohair. To make a nice oversized sweater still if you paired it with mohair, which is crazy to be honest. But just like a smaller sweater. So if you were like my size, then you'll be able to get another sweater out of this, which is pretty cool. So that is what I used. Now today I am releasing the form to my tier 3 members as a thank you. And you know what, actually I realized I have not actually talked about my different tiers because I was like, yeah, my memberships will be, things will be released next year, whatever. But actually it's starting now. So let me talk about this. Let me segue into that. But before I segue into that, tester call is out, okay? The link will be down below in the description box. You can follow me on Instagram and click the links there. It's gonna be everywhere on my social media, okay? So you guys will have until the 18th to sign up and then we will pick the testers. We are wanting to do around 3 testers per size, so there will be around 30 people. A little more. There'll be a little more for some of my friends who want to test it, but 30 testers will be the general group for this sweater. Maybe a little more if we're feeling like, hey, why not choose a few more people, okay? So that's gonna happen. You have a few days to sign up for the test knit, okay? Thank you guys so much for the support. And now I'll segue into my actual YouTube memberships. So YouTube membership is basically Patreon, but on YouTube. So you don't have to go to a different platform or anything. Everything is done here. I want to start doing podcasts every single week because watching other people and also thinking about the direction I want my channel to go in, I'm like, I can actually do a podcast every week. I was thinking about how I like seeing people update their channels on their progress on their projects. Like, I don't care if they have finished objects or not. And I'm like, I shouldn't care if I have finished projects or not to show. So I'm gonna start doing a podcast every single week. And here are my tiers. So tier 1 is just a general support tier if you want to support me a little extra in that way. Also, another perk that tier 1 will get is in a few months time I will be doing a basically how to design series. And I'm going to take you through every single step that I take from conceptualizing a design, thinking of a design, to actually creating the pattern for it, like from point A to point Z, okay? Every single step that I take, and I'm going to actively and in real time design a t-shirt. I'm gonna I'm gonna design the Never Tee because I want to have a tee version of it. I'm gonna design the Never Tee in real time, crunching the numbers with you guys, every single thing. And for the people who do sign up for that tier, you will get 50% off that pattern when it releases as a thank you for coming along with me on that journey. So that will be something for the tier 1 members and above, because all of the tiers, as they get higher, they get access to everything that's below them. So tier 3 has access to tier 2, and also tier 2 has access to tier 1. So all of the tiers will have access to this. And I made it tier 1 so that it is most accessible for people who are interested in designing and want to be able to have a foundation, have something where they can at least get their feet off the ground with designing, just to have a blueprint to see how it works, because I always want to see what people are doing, and I feel like this is a great way to show people what I'm doing in real time, every single number. Okay, you're going to see everything. Okay, and I feel like that will help people a lot, because I have been getting so many questions since I've started. How do you do this? How are you doing that? How do you do that? How do you do this? What information you get for this? Blah, blah, blah. So I'll just give all my resources, every single thing. And I know that a lot of designers don't do that, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's like they don't want to give away their secrets. I watched a bunch of videos of designers and stuff, and a lot of them were like, I'm not going to say everything because, you know, I don't want to give away everything that I'm doing. I'm going to give away everything that I'm doing. Okay, I feel like there is room for everyone in this space to grow. Everyone can become a designer and be successful, and my designs are not going to be the same as your designs. It doesn't matter if you use the same exact steps that I use. We're not going to have the same thing. We all have different ideas, and I feel like it will just help people who just want to dip their toes into just creating things for themselves even, and I think it'll be great. Yeah, so that's what the tier 1 members will be getting in a few months, but generally it's just a general support tier. My tier 2 members, hello, thank you. First of all, thank you to all the people who have already signed up and joined my memberships without me even promoting it. That is so amazing. My tier 2 members, I see y'all. So the tier 2 members get access to weekly vlogs. Okay, I am going to stop vlogging, basically, on my main channel. I'm still going to have project vlogs of like just the project itself. Like if I'm working on one project, I will sometimes create a vlog for that. But my vlogs that, like me going here and going there and just a lot of personal things, and also behind the scenes of my designing and everything, I'm going to give to you guys, my tier 2 guys. Yes, you guys will be getting weekly vlogs from me, okay? You're gonna know the names of my designs before everyone else. You're gonna know the steps that I'm taking with these designs for everyone else. Everything, okay? That's for you guys. So that is for my tier 2 members, and you'll also have access to everything that tier 1 has as well. So that is awesome. Is that it for, let me see. Besides the vlogs, tier 2, you will also get pattern discounts, okay? Every single month, there will be a new code. So, you know, if your month is up, use that code until you can't anymore, you know what I'm saying? You'll have access to a code every single month. It will change every single month, just so that the people who have decided not to continue their membership will not have access to those codes anymore, you know, unless they stopped in the middle of the month and they still have that code. Use it, whatever, that's yours, okay? Just when the next month rolls around, you won't have access to that code, because a new code will be generated every single month at the top of the month. So October 1st, November 1st, you know, the first of every single month, there will be a new code, and you will have a pattern discount from all of my patterns. So those two, exclusive member vlogs and pattern discounts every single month. So now let's move to tier 3. Tier 3 is, thank you so much, tier, okay? Thank you to the people who are tier 3, like, wow, amazing. I appreciate that so much. You probably already have your perk, because tier 3 people, as a thank you for supporting me on such a high level, you have access, 24-hour access, early access to my tester calls and a guaranteed spot as a top 10 person. So the first 10 people who sign up for my tester call as a tier 3 member, you get an instant place. Like you are guaranteed a spot in the tester pool, okay? So tier 3 people, thank you, okay? That is my gift to you. And it's just like a thank you. And I feel like for a lot of people who don't really test for other people or don't really have access to, or who don't really have access to test for other people, it's a great way to get an automatic place in my tester call. And I will be having pretty frequent tester calls, I feel like, because I will be continuously designing, even though it's not going to be something that's like, I'm not going to become a full-time designer, I feel like. Ooh, is this another never that's going to change? I don't know. I don't want designing to really take over my life. I want it to be something that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm designing something else. But I don't want it to be like a, okay, I'm designing this and this at the same time and this and that and putting on this and it. Like, I want to nurture a pattern and nurture a design before I move on to my next one. So for all my tier 3 people, you have guaranteed access and a spot to all of my tester calls as long as you are one of the first 10 people to sign up. And with having 24-hour access before the general public, I feel like that's almost a guarantee. So that has gone out to you guys today since it is 24 hours before the general public tester call. Thank you to all who have already signed up. That is amazing. I am so happy. But yeah, so those are my memberships. And tier 3, you also have access to the member vlogs that I'll be sending out every week and also the pattern discounts that I'll be sending out every single month. And my how to design series you'll also have access to. So yeah, thank you for letting me rant about this a little bit because I totally forgot to actually talk about it in my other videos because I was going to explain everything and then I was like, and I just forgot. So yes, again, thank you to everyone who has already signed up and to the people who will be signing up. I am currently filming a vlog for you guys already, so you should have that by, when do I want to post these videos, these vlogs? Would you guys want them on the same day I post my podcast, or would you want it on a different day? Like, do you want 2 videos to come out in a day for you, or just on another day? I don't know. Maybe it'll be a Saturday thing, because I post my podcast on Fridays, so maybe Saturdays can be vlog day. I don't know. Let me know, or I'll just figure it out myself. Who knows? Anyway, that is all for my Never sweater. If you are interested, definitely check out the link in my description box and sign up for the tester call for my test knit, my first ever test knit. Oh gosh, I'm so excited for that. Okay, all right, that is all. Now let's move on to some, oh my gosh. This is my finished project. I knitted this. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm not going to apologize for talking too much about my own design because this is my channel. If you have a problem with what I talk about for what I am doing for myself and my channel, then you are free to watch somebody else, okay? I'm not apologizing. Anyway, this is my Never sweater by me. I started this on September 15th, and when did I finish it? I don't remember the day I finished it, but it took me 2 weeks and 4 days to knit this entire sweater. Oh, and this is also size 2. My bust is a size 83 centimeter or 33 inches, something like that. 33 inch bust, 83 centimeter bust, and I knit size 2, and this sweater is 135 centimeters or 53 inches. With 53 and a half inches, one of those. So sorry, I'm not about to get my phone and look it up again. But I did size 2, so if you want to know what size 2 looks like, this is what it looks like. I will also put pictures again. That is size 2 on my 83 centimeter or 33 inch bust. And yeah, I finished it in 2 weeks and 4 days, which is, oh, I forgot to also say the test will be 12 weeks, okay? So you don't have to worry about knitting it in 2 weeks like I did. Don't do that. Save your wrists, okay? You'll have 12 weeks to knit it because it will be released in January, okay? All right, now that is all for my number sweater. I have no more other finished projects because this is the only thing I worked on for literally 2.5 weeks, okay? So let's go to my, wow, okay, finally. I was wondering why it was so bright and it's like, it calmed down now, good. So my whip, my first whip my first whip that I worked on after finishing this project, oh my gosh, I was like, I need a tiny project to work on, okay? Because working on something that has over 300 stitches and then the sleeves and like, oh, whew, it was a lot, okay? So I continued working on my Sunday socks. They are a gift for a friend. But I finished one sock. I finished one. So great. This is the largest size, okay? But look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And I am loving it so much. I knit it to the exact length. I followed the pattern like to the T, okay? To a T or to the T? To a T, to the T. I don't even know what that means, okay? I followed the pattern exactly, and this is what I got. This looks like a boomerang. So I finished that, and I also got a little more than halfway through the leg of the second sock. So this is what it looks like. I am here with, I am here with it. So that is so cool. I am using, is this Malabrigo? It is. Oh my gosh. I was just saying the name here. It's Rios. That's not focusing. It's Rios. It's a 689 Valentina, whatever that means. Is that the name of the, is that the color name? Oh, I don't know. But it's a worsted weight yarn, 210 yards or 192 meters, and it's 100 grams. And what else? It's 100% superwash merino wool, and it is Malabrigo yarn. This is what the yarn looks like. It is so pretty. And it makes such a nice striping effect along the sock, and it's pretty even and consistent, I feel like. So that is so gorgeous. I have not broken into my second skein yet, and I did not gauge swatch. You guys know I don't gauge swatch unless it's for a test knit or for my own designs. That is it, okay? Anything else, I'm not doing it. I'm just not, okay? So I used up, I feel like more than half of the skein maybe, and then the rest of the yarn was used for this. I have this left. I'll probably be able to finish the leg of the sock with it before I have to use a different skein. But the pattern calls for a DK weight yarn, but I'm using a worsted weight yarn because the meterage and the weight of it was kind of similar to what she used. So I was like, okay, this worsted weight should be fine. It should be fine, and it is. So I was like, if I use one skein for this sock, then I know I will have enough to use a second skein, and I used less than one skein, so that was awesome. But yeah, I want to finish this basically before December because I want it to be sort of a Christmas gift, and that I'll probably work on it just in between projects that I'll be doing in the future. So my next whip is, oh my gosh, my water bottles. I took this with me to my business function that I had yesterday, and because I needed something to just knit on without, what is in here? What is that? Is this a leaf? There's a leaf in here. It's one with nature. Yeah, I wanted to... I have so many different, like, tape measures and stuff. Okay, anyway, I needed something that was just plain stockinette, and then I didn't even really knit. I knit for a while, and I was just so sleepy. I was like, this isn't even keeping me up. I'm so sorry, knitting. I'm so sorry, but I did get a little bit of progress on it, because when I did take this project, I had basically just started the body. So there are only a few rows or a few rounds done, but I got a little bit done. I got, like, you know, not much done. So this is my zipper sweater by PetiteKnit, and I'm using Ullenknitwear yarn by Istex. It is an Icelandic wool yarn, and it is, as people say, very rustic. But after working with woolly knit, because woolly knit is rustic, okay? You will feel this on your skin. So if you are interested in using the exact yarn that I used, trust and believe you better not have sensitive skin, because you will hate wearing this sweater. The first time I blocked the sweater, which was like 6 days ago, so the fact that I've been wearing it like every other day or almost every day, it's crazy. So when I blocked it, I could feel, no, before I blocked it, I could feel it, ooh, 100%. When I blocked it, it softened up a whole lot, but I could still feel the fibers on my skin. But as I continued wearing it, I couldn't. I said continued, by the way. As I continued wearing it, I couldn't feel it. I can't feel it now. I can feel that it is on me, but I don't feel any, like, prickling, like, you know the feeling. I don't feel that. So I feel like if you wear it often, you won't really feel how prickly it is. I don't know what this is like, but I'm guessing it's kind of like this, because this is a very rustic yarn as well. But I don't have a problem with that. And I wear all of my sweaters on bare skin. I don't ever wear anything under my sweaters, so I feel like I have very good knowledge to share when it comes to fabric of the yarn being on my skin, because a lot of people wear things under their sweaters, but I don't. So this is coming from someone who's wearing it bare, you know, right on my skin. So this is the zipper sweater. It's gonna be just a nice little oversized zipper sweater for the winter. I'm actually knitting it not for the winter, but I'm knitting it for when I travel to countries that like snow, or like places that are very cold, you know? Like, what if I want to travel to New York for a winter? This right here will be really great, okay? Also, does this wool like adapt to temperature or something? Because it is very, like, it's insulating, but it's very adaptable to temperature. Like, if I am in a place that feels hot, the sweater doesn't get super hot. Like, it doesn't make me super hot. If I'm in a place that's super cold, it warms me to a comfortable temperature. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like it adjusts to the temperature, so it's like I'm never too hot or too cold. Is that a thing? Is that a thing with this wool? I don't know. I feel like it is, because I have been wearing this in like super hot temperatures and not feeling like I'm overheated, and in cold places and feeling like perfectly fine. So yeah, that's just an interesting thing I've noticed while wearing this sweater. Okay, so that is my other whip. That's not gonna get a lot more progress. I wasn't even gonna show this because I didn't get any progress done on it, but yesterday it got lucky because I needed it. I needed a plain stockinette project. So that is gonna be that. You probably won't see me work on it until like January or something, okay? Things could change. Things change and people change.
Plans change and people change.
Okay, what's next? Okay, I have another whip. So I have I have 3 whips that I'm showing you, but I actually have 6 whips. I have my Oslo hat, which I haven't done anything on, and I have my vanilla socks, which I haven't done anything on. And I've just shown you 2 projects. Yes, so I have 6 whips, but 2 you will not see in this video. So this project is actually an acquisition as well as a whip. So let me show you the yarn. I got this yarn. This is yarn that is gifted from Isager Yarns for a test knit for Ullenknitwear, aka Maria. I'm doing the sand cardigan. I will show pictures and such of the sand cardigan. It is an ankle length cardigan, okay, which is why there's so much yarn here. For the test knit, we're using Isager Aran Tweed. So here it is, Isager and the Aran Tweed. This is in the color Rose, and if you can tell, I'm kind of in a pink era right now. Accidentally. Remember, like 2 podcasts ago, everything was blue? All of my whips were blue? Yeah. Most of my whips now are pink. I feel like pink, purple, and red. You'll see red coming up. But it's not a whip, it's an acquisition. Anyway, so pink yarn. It is so pretty. It is Aran Tweed. It is tweedy, but the tweed bits are dark pink. So you won't really see the tweed bits. Like you can see little here and like here. Let me open it up a little bit. You can see like here. Yeah, so those are the tweedy bits. So that is the acquisition as well as a whip. Let me show you the whip. It is a sand cardigan. This is what I have so far. I'm actually going to be working on it all day today. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Because I'm so close to working the sleeves with Maria's patterns. Maria hates doing the body first, okay? So Maria always designs her things in a way where you do the sleeves first. I am a lover of body first. The body is, I'm sorry, the worst part of the sweater. It is huge, okay? There are a lot of stitches. By the time I get to my sleeves, when I get to my sleeves, oh my gosh, I am ecstatic, okay? I'm just like, I'm almost done with my sweater. I don't care that I have to do it twice, as long as I don't have to do the body again. Imagine I finish my sleeves and then I have to go from tiny circumference to a body? Maybe it's because a lot of people do their sleeves on like DPNs or Magic Loop and I use a tiny circumference. But then tiny circumferences hurts a lot of people's hands. Hurts a lot of people's hands. So maybe it doesn't matter. I don't ever get sleeve island. I get sleeve rescue. That's so dumb. Okay. I am using, for my socks, I'm using a 4mm needle. I'm using a 9-inch circular. I don't know what that is in centimeters. Sorry. Let's see. 5, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 5, 10, 15, 20. 23 centimeters. 24 centimeter circumference. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. This is my sand cardigan so far. So I've done the back. This is gonna look so good, guys. It's gonna look amazing on me. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. It's gonna look so good. Okay. So I've done the left side. So everything is just on hold, okay? The back's on hold, the left side's on hold. I've started the right side. It's very quick, so I'm going to finish this in no time. The back side. And this is it so far. After that, I'm going to do a sleeve. For this project, I'm actually very excited to do the sleeves first because it's an ankle length cardigan, and just working on it back and forth, back and forth. It's knit flat, obviously it's a cardigan. Back and forth until it reaches my ankles is going to be so satisfying, and I can like try it on as I go, and I cannot wait to do the button band. Well, it's not a button band, but it's a button band without buttons. To do the band that goes around the front. I love doing that. I love picking up the stitches for it. It just completes the look, you know? So that is my sand cardigan. You can see some of the tweedy bits a little bit, the darker pinks. It's not tweed that you can like really easily pluck out like a lot of other tweeds. I'm using my Sorella needles right now. For this, I'm using 5mm needles. Oh, I love these needles, okay? I am just so sad that the 4mm look like that, because so far the 5mm have been fine. Take that as you, take that however you, whatever the saying is, as you will, as whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's my third whip that I'm showing, aka my 5th whip. So now for the last whip, it's actually something that was an impulsive cast on. I feel like a lot of these are impulsive cast ons. I'm using, can you guess the yarn? Woolly knit. I am obsessed with woolly knit, okay? I used it for my birch sweater. I'll show a picture. Sorry, editing Kalila, I know. Just deal with it. Put it in. Put it in, okay? I used it for my birch sweater. I used it with mohair. I used it for my first ever design, my never sweater. 2 strands of it. And, oh my gosh, I need to get my swatch. Okay, hold on. And I'm using it for my second ever design. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to get my swatch because I'm going to show you this combination, which is so amazing, okay? Okay, so I'm using 4-ply British wool. You know what I want to use? I want to use Woolly Knit's merino cones, but all of the cones that I have from Woolly Knit are all 4-ply British wool, which is totally fine. Now that I know that I like working with this yarn, I just want to keep working with it. Okay, so what I'm using is, this is for my second design. I'm not saying the name of it just yet, but my tier 2 and 3 people will know because I will talk about it in my vlogs. So I'm using Woolly Knit 4-ply British wool. It is called Pink Rose Mix. It is such a nice pink. Oh my gosh, my battery's dying. And I'm using this mohair called Pink Pearl. It is a drops mohair, and as you can see, these do not match at all, which is my specialty. I love it. Okay, I love it when it doesn't match, but it's in the same pink family. And you want to know what it made? Do you want to know what it made? Okay, I have to be careful because I have a tag on it that shows the name, and I don't want to share the name just yet. Okay, this is the swatch. This is the swatch. Oh my god. Oh my god, duh. Hello. Hello, this is blocked and everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Just look at that. Look at the halo, okay? This is so gorgeous. Gorgeous, okay? Here's the pairing, okay? Let me show you again. Here's the pairing. Here's the swatch. Yeah, okay? That's what I said. Listen, trust the mohair, okay? If it was Suri, it probably would have been a totally different ball game, but listen, nah. Look at that. Barely changed the color. Muted it just slightly, and it's still a beautiful, beautiful combination. Oh. So this is for my second design, okay? And I started it because I graded it already. I spent hours. I spent like 15 hours just grading that pattern. And I was like, I need to cast this on. And to cast it on, I needed to get the numbers. So I did exactly that. And I spent all day grading it, okay? Just getting the numbers. I got the cast on numbers, what you're splitting for the back and the sleeves and this and that. I have an idea of the German short rows. So it's gonna be a cabled pattern. So it's gonna be a textured pattern. And I realized that if I want to make this easy on myself and easy on people who are gonna knit this up, I don't want the German short rows to come across the front because the design is across the front. It's only on the front. Everything else will be stockinette. So the sleeves and the back will be stockinette and only the front will have the texture. I was like, I do not want to rack my brain to try to figure out how to do German short rows across the front while also following the chart for this and that. No, thank you. So I'm just going to do German short rows across the back and the sleeves. So for this pattern, I did German short rows only across the front. That's where I did my turns, which is why you can see like the turns here. I mean, blocking flattened them out, but you can still see them, which is kind of normal. But this time I'm going to do all of my turns across the sleeves and not touch the front, okay? So I'll make sure there'll be enough rows of German short rows to make sure that the back is higher than the front. You know, it'll be good. It'll be good, okay? It'll be fine. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a genius! Okay, I have to do a little extra math when it comes to the increase rates and stuff because I already figured out the increase rates to get the stitches I need for the yokes and everything. Whew, a lot of math, okay? But I believe I'm in a good spot. So I'm gonna continue that, but I wanna get a lot more progress. Hello, my battery died. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanna get a lot more progress on my test knit, okay? Because I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm just so excited. And then my second design can always take a little back seat, okay? Like, there's no rush for it, even though I want to have it ready for February, which means I need to do a tester call in November. But I'm spending a lot of my time working on my test knit, so I'm just like, okay. We'll see how this turns out, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, let me show you the little progress that I do have because I completed the collar. I just wanted to set myself up for success for when I come back to this project. At least I know exactly where I am, which is just splitting off to put the raglan stitches. So, like I said this before in my first video when I said I was gonna start designing. Wow. And I already have a complete project. That's crazy. Anyway, all of my sweaters are going to have the same amount of ease. All of them are going to have 20 to 24 inches of positive ease because I like the way that fits. I want all of my sweaters to fit like this on me, and that means it's going to fit like that on all of you as well, okay? I think about how Rebecca from the Cardigan designs all of her stuff to be so true to size. She likes that. That's how she designs. I like this. This is how I design, okay? Okay, that's how it's gonna be. Always oversized. Even the tees. Yes, the tees will be oversized as well, okay? So, this is my collar. Yay. This will not have a thick raglan. I did the thick raglan on this because it's a plain stockinette top-down sweater. And I wanted to have a little feature that was like, oomph. Okay, a little oomph. And this is my oomph. My oomph for this is literally the cable design itself, okay? But I did the collar. This is what it looks like. It is just 1 by 1 rib. Okay, it's not showing up clearly, but it's just 1 by 1 rib. And it's going to just be a 2-stitch raglan because I want as little raglan as possible, but not one. I don't like 1-stitch raglan. It looks kind of weird to me. But 2-stitch raglan and 1 by 1 rib for everything. Not all the designs, for everything in this pattern. So the cuffs and the body. And then I'm going to work on, I don't know when I will, maybe next week sometime. But I'm going to work on this and split for the raglans and then do the German short rows and see how that turns out. Because I have no clue how it's going to look. I have no clue if it will work. I don't know. I'm just experimenting and diving in and hoping for the best. I am very lucky that my first sample of this turned out exactly how I wanted, okay? That doesn't usually happen for people. Usually they're like, ooh, maybe that didn't work. One thing for me, I was like, what if the neckline doesn't work? Because I was like, is it too tight? And I was just going on and on, like, I wonder. And I was just like, please don't let me do this entire sweater just for the neckline. The first thing that you do to not work. I would have literally cried and just, okay, I wouldn't have cried. I would have just been very frustrated and I would have been like, okay, now at least I know what I need to do. I need to adjust the numbers for everybody. But this is the best neckline I've ever had on a sweater. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. I can't believe this is mine. Like, I can, obviously. But it's just like, I'm in awe at my skill. Because all I did was measure a sweatshirt that I like in my closet. Because I like the fit of it. And I designed this to be exactly how it fits. It's the exact measurements of that sweater. That sweatshirt. And I'm just like, that is amazing. That is amazing, okay? Anyway, those are all of my whips. So let's move on to acquisitions because I do have a little bit. I already showed you the Isagra yarn that I got for testknit. That's an acquisition I got recently. And one of them I bought, one of the acquisitions I bought, and two of them I was gifted, okay? So let me show ya. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna start putting some things up already so that I don't have a lot to do when I finish this podcast, because usually it is a shit show. Okay, let me get my acquisitions to show y'all. Here we are. So two of them are yarns and one is actually a needle set. As if I needed more. You always need more. Okay. I got Drops Daisy. Okay. Drops Daisy is a new non-superwash merino wool yarn DK weight from Drops that they dropped. Okay. And I was like, yes. Okay. I was watching Tiffany, Typical Bliss. I was watching her stream. She was talking about it. And I was like, oh, will this be a double Sunday dupe? Because if it is, you know, you can use this instead of double Sunday. It is like $4 per ball instead of $8 per ball. So literally half off. Okay. So this is a 50-gram ball. It's 110 meters or 120 yards. 100% wool. It's 100% extra fine merino wool. And it's non-superwash. This is what it looks like. This is the yarn. I got red because I bought this yarn to make a second sample of the sweater that I just showed you, like the pink one that I'm designing. I bought this to make a second sample. Oh, yarn. To make a second sample of it. I don't remember how much yarn I got. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. I got 23 balls. I got it from Wool Warehouse. I got 23 skeins of this yarn. I didn't know how much I would need, so I got like 2,500 yards. 2,300 yards. One of those. Just so that I can have enough yarn to make my sweater, and then I'll probably have some left over that I can give to my dad or something, because my dad knits. Okay, his YouTube channel is down below in my description. He just knitted his first sweater, so check him out, okay? He has great videos. And yeah, so I got this to make a second sample of my other project. Of course, you know, I'm like on a yarn like pause a little bit where it's like I'm not really buying yarns, but since I started designing and I'm making more than one sample of things, this was from Stash, so this is Stash yarn, but my second sample of that I got Drops Flora and Drops Merino, no, Drops Kid Silk. Oh my gosh, why did I say Merino? Drops Kid Silk for a second sample so that you guys can see this with mohair and a different yarn. Oh my gosh. So you can see it with mohair and a different yarn, and you can have like different options. Sorry, test knitters, you won't, because I have not knit that sample yet. So you can use whatever yarn you want, obviously, but just know that the yardages are, and meterages, they are estimates. So yeah, this is going to be a second sample for that. So I'm gonna have pink and red sweater. Do I have a red sweater? I don't have a red sweater. That's crazy. Wow, you can see I like blues and greens a lot. These were my first knits, so a lot of them were neutral. Brown, green. Yeah, that's cool. I like that I have an array of colors with my sweaters. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here because, you know, we're organizing, okay? So that is an acquisition. I really wanted to try out Drops Daisy, and I was like, it's perfect to make a second sample and have some variety, some versatility. Yeah, variety is fine too. Versatility is fine too. For options for people to know, like, hey, it works with this, because I always want a sample with mohair and a sample without mohair. So this is my sample without mohair, and I'm gonna make a sample with mohair. And then for this, for my second design, I'm starting out a sample with mohair, and then that will be my sample without mohair. So that's awesome. Okay, my next acquisition is, can you guess? It's a cone. What have we been talking about all day? Woolly Knit! This isn't sponsored, okay? I just love Woolly Knit, all right? Ever since I saw Inga and Rebecca talking about it a couple years ago, I was just like, yes, I need cones. And I just love it so much. Kahila actually bought 3 cones. I can hear Malika laughing outside. My window's open. Yeah, Kahila actually used Marlene from Marlene Knits. We always say Marlene's Knits, but it's Marlene Knits. She used Marlene's code from Woolly Knit and got 3 cones because she just wanted to support, and also, why not get more cones, okay? It's great. And she got this mint color. She got another color. Go watch her podcast, okay? She came out there like a couple days ago. But I was in awe and loving this color because I was just like, I don't have a color like, we both don't have colors like this, but it's like a minty, nice, beautiful color. So beautiful. Look at this, what do you call this? Hay? Yeah, this color is called, so this is 4-ply British wool, because we love the 4-ply British wool, okay? And it's called Garden Mint. So awesome. Garden Mint. And this is the color. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to pair with this? I looked at Knitting for Olive. Knitting for Olive does not have any color that is considerably close to this. Not at all. Not a hint of this mint color, okay? Knitting for Olive, you need to make a mint mohair, which means you need to make a mint merino as well. Mint mohair. Get to it. Not that you're gonna watch this video anyway. But Drops, I can always rely on Drops. I love me some Drops, okay? Drops has 3 different colors that I looked at. And I was just like, okay, which one would I want? There was one that was called Soft Mint in the mohair. There was another one that was Pistachio Green in the mohair. And then in actually the alpaca silk, brushed alpaca silk, there was another color that was like light sea green, I believe. And you know, when you look at pictures on the internet, they don't usually look like the shades that are on the internet, especially with Drops, okay? Shop Drops with a grain of salt, all right? Because just assume you're gonna get an entirely different shade than you saw in the picture. I always assume that, and I don't care. But for people who do care, beware, okay? So I was like, oh, which one would I want? I wasn't gonna buy it now because this is going to be, this is going to be for my third design. Actually, it'll be my fourth design because I'm doing the never tee in between these sweaters. So this is for my next sweater design, okay? Why am I designing with woolly knit so much? It's just so nice and convenient, okay? Yes, anyway. This, I wanted to pair this with with one of those strands. And I was like, I don't know which strand I want. And I'm like, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm gonna work on this next year. So, you know, I'm not in a hurry. I hurried. I bought all 3 colors, just one ball, one skein of all 3 colors so that I could color match. I was just like, you know what, let me do it. Let me just know, okay? Let me just know. So I got that. So that'll be an acquisition. And our next podcast potentially will be here and we can color match together, okay? I will show you all 3 and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this one's actually closer, that one's actually closer, that, you know. Whatever is the closest, okay? Because it doesn't need to be a perfect match. As you know, I don't care about perfectly matching things, so. Actually, I was thinking that the brushed alpaca silk would be the one to match this, like, very nicely. So we'll see. I have 2 mohairs and 1 brushed alpaca silk. Yeah, so that is this cone, and that is exciting, okay? So exciting. Hey, okay. So this last acquisition, oh, that was a gift from Kahila. Did I say that? Kahila gave me that cone, yeah. So my last acquisition is actually a needle set, an interchangeable needle set. As you guys know, I have many interchangeable needle sets. I have, let's go down the list, shall we? My first interchangeable needle set that wasn't from Amazon, so I don't count that Amazon one. I don't even have it anymore. I think I gave it to my mom or something. Was my, okay, Knit Picks interchangeable set. My Nika birch, it's called Indigo. So the Indigo one, the blue one. Nika Indigo interchangeable set. Then I have my Takumi interchangeable set. And I have my Lika Cypher needles, the copper metal set. And I have my Sorella interchangeable set. So I have 5 interchangeable needle sets. And I also have a set of fixed circulars from Chalgu, ranging from 2mm to 3mm and everything in between. So, and all of the size. So in the 16-inch, 24 and 32, in the 2mm, 2.5, 2.75, and 3mm. So all of those. So I have 5 interchangeable sets, 1 set of fixed small, fixed circulars for the smaller needles. And now here's my 6th interchangeable set. This is a set that I have wanted for a while because a lot of people rave about them, okay? And I was like, all right, that'll be on like my wish list or whatever. The day before I got these from my dad, I was looking at them and I was like trying to figure out which set I would want and this and that, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just put on my wish list, and when I'm ready to buy them, I'll do more research. The next day, here comes my dad strutting down the hallway with this set. And I was like, you guys seen it? Yes. Yes, he sure did. He got the Koshitsu Seeknit set. I was like, you got Seeknit needles? I was literally just looking at these yesterday. He was like, you want them? You can have them. Thanks. Birthday present. What? Thank you. He literally just got them randomly just to get them. Now that he's a knitter, welcome to the gang, father. Okay, I know you're watching this. He loves just buying random trinkets and different needle sets compared to what we have. He wants to get different ones and wants to try out things, and he just got these just to get them. He got Seeknits just to get them. Okay? And guess who benefited? Me. So let's look at it, shall we? I do not like this case. Let's start with that. Horrendous. I don't like cloth cases, okay? If it was like a leather case in this same look, same everything, but leather, yes. If this touches my face, my blush is getting on it. But, you know, it has a rubber band. You open it up like that. You open it up like that. And then you open it up like that. Look at these. So the sizes range from 2.5 millimeter to 6 millimeter needles. Perfect. Because I don't ever use anything above 5, really. So, perfect. The cords that it comes with are 8-inch, 16-inch, and 24-inch cords before the needles. So, with the needles on them, they are 16-inch, 24-inch, and 32-inch needles and cords. That's what it makes. So perfect. I believe these are the shorter ones so that it can create the 16-inch circumference if you need. And I always need, because I am a lover of a 16-inch circumference when it comes to needles. Okay, so those are the needles. Like, oh my gosh. One thing I dislike about bamboo needles, because these are bamboo needles, I don't like how light they are. Weight-wise, they're so pretty. Wow, this like matches my skin. But I don't like how light they are weight-wise. But that's the whole point of them. I know a lot of people love lightweight needles. I like my needles to have a little heft. That's why I love my Licka needles. My Licka needles are my favorite needles because they are heavy, sturdy, beautiful. So these cords are they swivel cords? Yes, these cords are swivel cords, so this swivels independently from the cord itself. It is also a set that just screws in. It doesn't have the key to like lock it in to the mechanism, which I actually prefer because my Takumis are like this, my other bamboo needle set. It'll be nice to try out the different bamboos, you know, because the Takumi needles are bamboo needles as well as these. But, ooh, these seem more sturdy. But my Takumis, they're always unscrewing, which I've gotten used to because I've been doing it for like 2 years now. But this is it on the cord. This is nice. I love these. Yeah, so I have all of the needles that I have wanted now. Okay, I'm lying. I want those Lantern Moon needles. But, you know, let's talk about needles that I have actually actively researched. Because I have not researched Lantern Moon needles, but those are the other needles that I want, okay? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so here's my 6th interchangeable set. I don't believe you can have too many interchangeable sets, okay? Because the way I'm always knitting on 4mm needles and 3.5s, I have ran out of them before, okay? With my 5 interchangeable sets because I had like 5 sweaters on the needles at a time. So I find it beneficial to have more than 1 or 2 or 3 sets. And I love that I can try out a range of needles so that I can give recommendations. Like, yeah, this is great. Like, I love wooden and metal needles. Now, what metal needles do I have? I have my Sorella metal needles now. I have my copper Licka needles. Beautiful. No metal needle measures to it because it does not work like a regular metal needle. It is not as smooth as a regular metal needle. I feel like I'm working with wooden needles, but with the metal benefits with like the stitches sliding smoothly and this. No, it's just great, okay? But also my Chagu needles, beautiful, lovely. I love them. But mainly because I don't feel like my needles are gonna snap when I use them. Like I would feel using these tiny needles. Like I didn't even know wooden needles got that small because I typically stay away from wooden needles that are 2.5 millimeter needles because I just think of how easily it can snap. Even though I've never snapped a needle, to be honest. That hasn't happened. But this is so cool. So amazing. So beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to use them with right now. Ooh. Let's talk about future projects. I don't have any. I don't want to plan that far ahead anymore because currently I just want to focus on what I'm doing right now and the whips that I have. But if we're going to talk about one future project I'm going to do, it's going to be a second sample of my Never sweater. So I can use these needles with that sweater and I'll be so nice. So nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Anyway, that is all that I have for you guys. Remember, my tester call is going out today. It is already out, okay? So click the link down below in the description box if you're interested in test knitting for this. The test knit will go on for 12 weeks, okay? From the date of October 18th. So the 17th is really when the last day you can sign up is, but you know, the test knit is, the form will still be out on the 18th before we close it. So if you want to sneak a little name in there before we close it for the day, you can do that. So basically, let's say 9 a.m. Pacific time on October 18th is when the tester call is going to close. Okay? Yeah, I think that's good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you again to all of my members. Remember, Tier 3 members, you have access to the tester form now. But if you're watching this today, then it would have already gone out. But I've already sent it out to the Tier 3 members. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of my members, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. And to the future members who will be signing up. Thank you so much for all the support. Mwah! I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!